there, third graders. Welcome to Ready, Set, Read, Research and Write. I'm Miss Alexander, and I'm so glad you are joining me again. Last week, we were able to talk about introductory sentences. So this week, we're going to do the opposite. What do you think the opposite may be of an introduction? You're right. It's a conclusion. In today's episode, we're going to talk about sentences that we can use in a conclusion paragraph, opposite of the introduction. Before we get ready for today's episode, please go and get your Week 7 learning packet and also any other materials you may need. A countdown starting now. Back together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Thanks for getting all of your supplies. Now that you have all those materials, you are ready to learn. Asking yourself, what is a conclusion paragraph? Let's go over that together. A conclusion paragraph summarizes and reinforces the main points of your piece. It has a major impact on your reader, and it's to convince your reader to accept your big ideas that you presented in your writing. Remember, this is the end of your writing piece, so you really want to make sure that it's strong and that your readers are agreeing with what you have to say. Similar to our introduction paragraph, the conclusion paragraph includes the same 3 types of sentences. The first sentence this time is your thesis statement. The second sentence is your specific statement, and the third sentence would be your general statement. Let's talk a little bit about what each of these sentences will act like or be like in a conclusion paragraph instead of an introductory paragraph. So that first sentence is going to be your thesis statement. This is where you're going to rephrase your main points to the reader. This should make your point very clear. You really want the reader to know exactly what you feel or what you are thinking. The next sentence would be a specific sentence. Here is where you add in a different detail that's connected to your topic. It will give your reader a further example that supports your big idea. And that last sentence is the general statement. This is where you will hook your reader by sharing some more basic information about your topic. This could be an example, a question, or a fact. Now that we know what these 3 sentences are for a conclusion, let's take a look and practice together. Look at an example together before we try it on our own. So we're thinking about the same prompt we thought about last week, which is using details from the text to describe the problems that monarch butterflies face. So that first sentence in the conclusion is going to be your thesis statement. So here's a strong thesis statement. Monarch butterflies have recovered from threats in the past. However, dangers caused by people may cause this butterfly to become extinct. This is a sentence that shares your belief, it shares your idea. Let's see what comes next. The next example is what we call the specific statement. So the specific statement is giving another piece of information that connects to the topic. So in this example, the specific statement is, the monarch is a favorite butterfly and people are very concerned. The last sentence in your conclusion paragraph is the general statement. Remember, this is just one more sentence to hook the reader to make them believe in what you are telling them. So the general statement in this example is, we must do something about the problems facing this butterfly before it's too late. So now that we've seen an example of what each of those sentences are, I'm going to go ahead and put all of those sentences together to read our conclusion paragraph. I'm going to go ahead and put all of those sentences together and read the conclusion paragraph. Monarch butterflies have recovered from threats in the past. However, dangers caused by people may cause this butterfly to become extinct. The monarch is a favorite butterfly, and people are very concerned. We must do something about the problems facing this butterfly before it's too late. Okay, now it's time to do some work together. In your Week 7 packet, you will see 3 sentences. We are going to go ahead and read through these 3 sentences and decide what type of conclusion paragraph sentences they are. Are you ready? For the practice, we are going to read through the sentences and determine which type of conclusion sentence each is. Label the sentences with a G for general, S for specific, or T for thesis. The prompt again. What are some effects of social media? Be sure to use details from the text to support your answer. So let's go ahead and let's read through each of these sentences first. Then we'll go back and decide which type of sentence it is. Sentence 1 says, there are several dangers related to social media when teenagers don't use it responsibly. Many people across the world use social media sites. And online bullying usually results in teenagers believing they don't have any support. Take some time right now and think to yourself, which of these would be the thesis? Which of these would be the general? And which of these would be the specific? Take a moment and go ahead and fill in those blanks. Now it's time to check our work. Here we go. There are several dangers related to social media when teenagers don't use it responsibly. Did you mark it with a T? Because you're correct. That's our thesis statement. The next sentence. Many people across the world use social media sites. Did you mark it with a G? Because that's our general statement. Just another piece of information that we are giving the reader. And the last sentence. Online bullying usually results in teenagers believing they don't have any support. Did you mark it with an S? Because that's our specific statement. It tells the readers another fact about our topic. You did it, you did it, you did it, yeah. Now that we've done this work together, it's time to practice on your own. So, it's your turn. You're going to take 3 to 5 minutes to add sentences and create a conclusion paragraphs on pages 13 and 14 in your Week 7 packet. In order to do this work, I'm going to go ahead and talk you through some steps you can take. 1, I want you to think about what your essay is asking you to do. 2, I want you to emphasize the main point again in your conclusion. Remember, this is the very end of your writing. You want to really make sure that reader believes what you have to say. And 3, you're going to practice writing 3 sentences during this time. You are going to practice the thesis, you're going to practice a general, and you're going to practice a specific sentence. Again, turn to those pages, the timer is going, you got this. G-O-O-D-J-O-B. Good job, good job. You did it. You wrote your sentences and created your conclusion paragraph. Awesome. Now it's time to put it all together. Before we go ahead and look at the end of the week exit ticket, I'd love for you to read aloud one of your sentences to me. Go ahead and pick which one you'd like to read and do it now. Awesome work. So we're going to go ahead and look at the end of the week exit ticket. For the end of the week exit ticket, you will go ahead and you will take the conclusion paragraph you just worked on and put it all together to answer the following question. In your essay, describe each author's reason for writing their text. Be sure to use details from the text to support your answer. Let's break down all the steps we need to be thinking about in order to be successful. Let's go over some friendly reminders to keep in mind while we're writing. So while you're writing today, you want to be sure to do the following. You want to write your claim statement. You want to plan your introduction. You want to plan the main idea section where you answer the question and give those good details. You want to plan your conclusion. That's what we worked on today. And you want to make sure that you include the strategy from the writing lesson. So that means in your conclusion, you want to have those 3 sentence types. But also a connection to last week is that you want to have those same 3 sentence types in your introductory paragraph as well. So each of those paragraphs should include a thesis statement, a general statement, and a specific statement. You can do it. A handy tool that you can use while you're writing as well as after you're writing is the 3rd grade informative writing student-friendly checklist. I'm going to go ahead and read through this checklist with you so that you can use it while you're writing as well as to check your work. So when you're doing the work today, you want to make sure the purpose is there. So why exactly are you answering this question? You want to think through, did you answer all parts of the question fully? And did you use evidence to support your ideas? You want to think about the organization of your writing. How is your writing expressed and what does that look like all together? So you want to make sure you group the information in similar categories. You want to make sure each part was mostly about one thing connected to the topic. Use linking words to help the reader understand. You're going to write an ending that drew a conclusion, asked questions, and suggested ways for the readers to respond. You want to make sure you include details, definitions, and facts about your topic. Elaboration, that means how could you add on and really pull that reader in. You want to use expert words so that you can teach the readers through your writing. You can use drawing, captions, or diagrams. And you're going to use information as if you're talking to people, reading books, and from your own experiences. Pull from all of those areas when you're answering. And the last portion you want to think about is using the correct capitalization as well as making sure you have multiple types of sentences, so simple or complex. My advice to you is when you finish your exit ticket, use this checklist and go back and make sure that you have all the parts needed. You will complete the final exit ticket in your week 7 packet. You have 2 options for writing. You will see option A is one organizer you can use to do the writing, or there's option B. You have the ability to choose whichever option you feel most comfortable with. Go ahead and plan your writing before you do the final exit ticket. So far, you've planned your conclusion, you've organized your writing, and now you're ready for the final copy. You can find the final copy on pages 18 and 19 in your packet. This is the opportunity for you to be an author and publish your work. So put together all those strong sentences, your introductory paragraph and your conclusion paragraph, and really wow your reader by answering these questions. You can do it. Wow, scholars, we made it through another successful writing mini lesson. I really enjoyed my time with you today, and it was great to review and also add on to the learning we did last week. So remember, an introductory and a conclusion paragraph have the same 3 types of sentences. Do you know what they are? Fill in the blank. good work. So until next time, I wish you and your family well and keep up the amazing work you're doing at home. We believe in you. Bye!